Hello, my name is Ron Cheadle, and this is the screencast of my blended classroom assignment. I chose to do a physical science class, just to basically just to try to see if I could do it and see if it would work out pretty well. And I'm overall pleased with the results. As you can see here, this is the basic homepage for Schoology, which is what I chose to use. And the first thing you see is you have a getting started where they have a read first, the first activity which takes you to week 1. Question discussion area, just kind of talking about how that works, what it should be used for, expectations, and then the course expectations, just how I expect the students to behave in general, both in the classroom and on the site itself. The next tab we have is the general information. So I have my link to the Schoology profile so they can see a little bit about me. Just made it easier to do it that way than making up a whole new page. And then the course syllabus, which I did in Google Docs so that I could change it as needed. So if something changed during the class or the week, I could go and edit it and it would be changed right away. So the next time they clicked on it, it would be updated. So it just made my life a little easier that way as well. And then I have my discussion forum, which I just have the class discussion and questions so that they can talk to each other. If they have questions about the class, I can check there. It's in one spot. The library and writing resources, and then also just resources for Schoology itself, just in case they have some problems there as well. Now for this assignment, I chose to do it a little bit differently. Instead of just doing like one lesson, I actually chose a unit to do, and so divided up between week 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And in those different weeks, just have different assignments. So week 1 is kind of the getting to know you, first post, and the pre-assessment, just to see where they are with the information, which they know, which they not know. The pre-assessment I actually did also. I have a link here that will take you to a Google Docs as well, Google Forms, so that I can get it pretty easily. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's not very difficult, and it's a different place. But the only downside is, yes, they do need an email address. But nowadays, what kid doesn't have an email address? So that's week 1. Week 2, we get into the screencast of the scientific method that I did. The discussion question, what do you think the scientific method is important? And then lab. So it's like making measurements lab. Now this lab will be done in class, so I kind of gave them the basic information and where they can find it in the book if they want to look ahead, as well as scientific method worksheet, which I have downloaded into a doc right there as well. Week 3, have a couple of videos for them to watch. What is matter? What is energy? Matter versus energy discussion question. Then the density lab report would actually be submitted to me here or email. Either one would be fine. And then matter versus energy worksheet assignment. Week 4, we have the self-assessment quiz, separation mixtures lab, periodic table worksheet, group assessment. So this week it doesn't look like there's much, but it's because there's a separations of mixtures lab, which is a pretty big thing. It is the assignment from EDT 65. It's what I did there because I was trying to make something that I could use in class, but they work with another partner. They go through all this stuff here, and then they will submit the self-evaluation of themselves there. But I also have it so that they will take their group assessment quiz here, and I did that in Schoology so I could get that as well, and just to see how the Schoology testing and assessment stuff worked. And it seemed to work pretty well. It was a little clunky at first to get used to, but overall I did like it and thought it did a good job and accomplished what I needed. And then we go to week 5. Week 5 is the last week, so another video, another lab. Then we have our unit assessment, which I said would be done in class, so they know that the actual big test would be done in class, and the worksheet for that week as well. So I tried to do as much as I could with labs and different things like that on here. And then finally, my last thing is references. So my references are there as well. And overall, I liked it. I thought it was good. It could use a little bit tweaking and just me getting used to it. But overall, I thought it was very good, and I enjoyed using it. So thank you for listening to my screencast.